Yo, what up, crypto fam? It's your boy SiiMBA #AI back again for another week of crypto craziness.
And I'm Zenisha #AI here to break down all the latest happenings in the wild world of crypto. You already know how we do.
We're diving headfirst into the hottest trends, the spiciest takes,
From Bitcoin breaking barriers to meme coins making millionaires.
and everything in between.
So strap in, folks, because this is going to be a wild ride.
First up, let's talk about the OG, the king, the one and only Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, Bitcoin's been flexing those digital muscles lately, hitting a jaw-dropping $68,000.
No cap. You know who's been loving this Bitcoin boom? Those Wall Street suits, the institutions, they're finally catching on to what we've known all along.
Right, it's like they finally realized, hey, maybe this whole crypto thing isn't just a bunch of beanie-wearing tech bros in their mom's basement.
For real. And leading the charge is the Bitcoin king himself, Michael Saylor. His company, MicroStrategy, just keeps stacking those Satoshis.
Seriously, they're like that kid in school who always had the best Pokemon cards. They just keep getting more and more.
Just added another 5,445 Bitcoin to their stash. That brings their grand total to a whopping 252,220 Bitcoin.
That's like enough to buy a small country, right?
Probably a couple of them. That stack is worth over $9.9 billion. Billion with a B.
I guess when you're that deep in the Bitcoin game, you gotta go all in, right? Maybe build a whole city dedicated to it.
Speaking of going all in, El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, dropped a bombshell this week. He's planning to build a city shaped like Bitcoin.
Wait, seriously? A Bitcoin-shaped city?
I'm dead serious. Buildings shaped like Bitcoin symbols, streets named after Satoshi Nakamoto. It sounds crazy, but also kind of genius.
It's definitely bold. But building a city from scratch is no joke.
No doubt. It's not just about slapping up some Bitcoin statues and calling it a day.
Yeah.
You need infrastructure, sustainability, people actually wanting to live there.
Yeah, what happens if Bitcoin crashes after they poured millions into this Bitcoin utopia?
Okay, that's a valid point. But hey, maybe Bukele's got a plan. Maybe he sees El Salvador becoming the crypto capital of the world.
Only time will tell. Speaking of things that are supposed to be stable, what about stablecoins? They're making waves, especially in Africa.
For real. Tether, Binance USD, USD coin. People are using them for everything from sending money back home to buying groceries.
It's pretty cool how stablecoins can empower people in countries where traditional banking systems are, well, a little less than reliable.
It's like a financial lifeline, giving people more control over their money. Almost like a digital version of M-Pesa, which has been huge in Kenya and other parts of Africa.
Oh, and speaking of regulations, the European Union just dropped some pretty strict rules on stablecoins. Euro-pegged ones have to have one-to-one reserves, basically enough euros in the bank to back up every single stablecoin they issue.
Makes sense. Got to build that trust and stability.
Right, but some people are worried it might stifle innovation in the stablecoin space. It's the classic dilemma, balancing innovation with consumer protection.
Yeah, tough call. But hey, while the EU is all about regulation, Africa seems to be embracing the wild, wild west of crypto.
Especially when it comes to meme coins. Did you see what happened with Pepe Coin?
Oh, you know I did. Pepe coin went absolute bananas this week, like a 300% surge.
And guess who's behind this meme coin madness? Nigerian traders. They're buying up Pepe Coin like it's the next Bitcoin.
It's all about FOMO, man. When you see a coin pumping like that on TikTok and Twitter, you don't want to be left out.
Right, like the crypto version of fear of missing out. Nigeria is becoming a serious crypto hub. On one hand, you have the meme coin frenzy.
And on the other, you've got El Salvador trying to raise funds for their Bitcoin city through those volcano bonds, Bitcoin bonds. Can you believe that?
Crypto is a wild ride. Speaking of wild, did you hear about that World Blockchain Summit in Dubai? The one that got canceled?
Yeah, what was up with that? No one seems to know for sure.
Maybe they ran out of those little cucumber sandwiches they serve at fancy conferences?
Or maybe all the speakers got caught up in a massive NFT bidding war and forgot to show up.
Okay, let's not go full conspiracy theory here. But seriously, what do you think happened?
Who knows? Maybe we'll find out next week. But for now, let's take a quick break and come back to talk about some of the forces shaping the future of crypto in Africa.
So before the break, we were chatting about all the exciting stuff happening in the African crypto scene.
It's like a whole different world over there. Meme coin mania, the stablecoin revolution, and governments trying to figure out this whole blockchain thing.
It's a dynamic landscape for sure, and we can't talk about Africa without mentioning mobile money.
Oh, absolutely. Mobile money has been a game changer in Africa. M-Pesa, MTN mobile money, Airtel money. They've given millions of people access to financial services for the first time.
Think about this. M-Pesa alone has like over 51 million users across Africa. And they processed a crazy $314 billion in transactions last year.
Those are some serious numbers. It shows that Africa is already ahead of the game when it comes to adopting new financial tech.
Exactly. And that's why I think Africa could become the next crypto frontier.
Whoa, hold up. The next crypto frontier. Tell me more.
Well, think about it. Africa has a young population that's super tech savvy, a huge need for financial inclusion, and they're open to new solutions. Plus, with the success of mobile money, the infrastructure is already there.
So it's like all the pieces are falling into place.
Right, and it's not just about speculation and getting rich quick. Crypto and blockchain have the potential to solve real problems in Africa, like making remittances cheaper and easier, giving access to financial services for the unbanked, even helping small businesses grow.
It's like a whole new world of possibilities.
Totally. But of course, it's not all sunshine and roses. There are still challenges like regulations, education, and scams, all that stuff.
Yeah, people need to be careful and do their research.
Absolutely. Crypto isn't a magic solution, but it can be a powerful tool for positive change. So what do you think? Will Africa become the next big crypto hub?
I think it definitely has the potential, but it's going to take time, education, and a lot of hard work from everyone involved.
Well said. We'll definitely be keeping a close eye on things over there. Maybe even take a trip to Nigeria to see what's happening on the ground.
Road trip. Imagine us sipping on some palm wine, talking blockchain with the memecoin whales.
Okay, maybe not the whales, but you get the idea.
I do. But for now, let's switch gears and talk about something a little closer to home. Remember those EU regulations on stablecoins we talked about earlier? Well, they're causing quite a stir.
Yeah, people are debating whether these strict rules will help or hurt the stablecoin market. Some argue that it's necessary to protect consumers and keep the financial system stable.
While others think it's going to stifle innovation and make it harder for new stablecoin projects to get off the ground.
It's a tough one. It's all about finding the right balance between innovation and regulation. And that's something that regulators all over the world are grappling with right now.
So, for our listeners who might not be familiar with these regulations, can you give us a quick rundown?
Sure. Basically, the EU is requiring issuers of euro-pegged stablecoins to hold one-to-one reserves, which means they need to have enough euros in the bank to back up every single stablecoin they issue.
So it's kind of like a safety net to make sure that stablecoins actually stay stable.
Exactly. And they've also got rules around transparency, governance, and risk management.
Sounds like they're trying to create a more regulated and transparent stablecoin market.
They are. But like we said before, there are concerns that these regulations could make it harder for new stablecoin projects to emerge.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
It is. And it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out in the long run. This whole debate about stablecoin regulation is just another example of how crypto is pushing the boundaries and challenging the status quo.
Yeah, it's a balancing act for sure. But isn't that what makes crypto so fascinating? It's always pushing the limits, shaking things up.
Totally. Remember when we were talking about mobile money earlier? That was a huge disruption to the traditional financial world. Now crypto is kind of doing the same thing, but on a global scale.
It's like this whole crypto revolution is about more than just the tech. It's about giving people more control over their money.
I like that. It's about financial freedom, breaking down those old barriers, giving everyone a chance to be a part of it.
And let's be real, it's also about having some fun along the way. Who doesn't love watching a meme coin go crazy or those Bitcoin whales making big moves?
True. It's definitely a wild ride, but at the end of the day, it's about using this tech to make a real difference.
So where do we go from here? What's next for crypto?
That's the million-dollar question. But one thing's for sure, crypto is here to stay. It's already changing the world, and we're just getting started.
It's crazy to think about all the possibilities, right? Decentralized finance, NFTs, the metaverse. Crypto is opening up doors we never even knew existed.
And as this tech keeps evolving, we can expect even more crazy innovation in the years to come.
So to all our listeners out there, whether you're crypto veterans or just starting out, remember, do your own research, stay curious.
And never be afraid to take a chance.
The crypto world is full of opportunities and challenges. It's up to all of us to shape the future of this revolutionary technology.
Well said.
And that's a wrap for this week's Crypto Watanabe podcast.
Catch you all next week for another dive into the crazy world of crypto.
Until then, peace out, crypto fam.